Welcome to the other side of the spectrum. As we shed light on the real stories of autism, this documentary will challenge the way you think and hopefully change the way you behave in the future. The following narratives are from real people, not actors, people just like you and me. The only difference is, every day they face the challenges, and if that were not enough, the social injustices often associated with autism spectrum disorder.
Forget everything you think you know about autism. Autism is a spectrum disorder, and no two individuals are alike, just like no two neurotypical people are alike. Therefore, it's time to listen to the individuals that walk this journey each and every day.
I feel the biggest misconception about autism in my personal experience is that it goes away with age.
I guess the biggest misconception really is, the idea that it's only young kids on the spectrum and they can't be adults. Well, I'm an adult. I'm autistic.
Autism is not a deficiency. Autism is what we train people to do when it comes down to public speakers, when it comes down to motivational speakers. We always tell somebody to think of outside the box, to look at life in a different reality than what is already stated here in order to be successful. Isn't it funny that these children, these adults, already do that?
It would be a perfect world if we all spoke the same language and communicated the same way. Communication is most difficult for the autistic population, but that has nothing to do with intelligence, self-expression, or capability. Sometimes we learn more from silence rather than chatter.
There were some moments of innocence where I couldn't understand people's sarcasm or jokes. I still can't.
The doctor comes over and he starts trying to talk to me about what's going on, and I showed him the inside of my mouth where I thought the abscess was at the time. And he looks at it and he goes, "Oh, hang on a second, I can take care of that," and walks away and comes back about 30 seconds later with about an 18 gauge IV needle, a catheter type thing to drain my face. And he goes, "Tilt your head back and open your mouth." And I instantly went into panic mode. I was like, no. And like I started stimming and rocking. And I was telling him like, "No, I can't do this. Like, not in front of all these people. There's no way. Like, there was nothing blocking me and the patient next to me. There was just 30 other people staring at me have this meltdown with this doctor." So the nurse looks around and spots the doctor, and I watch the nurse walk over to the doctor and go, "Hey, the patient in chair 5 is ready for you to drain the abscess." And the doctor goes, "What now?" And the nurse had to repeat himself, "The patient in chair 5 with the face abscess, or the mouth abscess, is ready for you to drain it." And the doctor's response to the nurse was, "Oh no, I'm not doing that now because I don't want to get bitten."
Humans are social creatures. Therefore, individuals with autism are also social creatures. So why is the social disparity between the disabled and typically developing populations so large? Exclusion batters the autism community, and the potential for this change rests in your hands.
I grew up going to a church back when I was really little, and I invited everybody to my birthday party, and then they didn't invite me back to any of their places, like any of their parties or any of their hanging out. And I felt like it was really, really sad because nobody really include me in anything.
I didn't know, it was autism. I thought it was just learning disabilities, but it was frustrating. I feel like she was excluded from a lot of opportunities from the school systems.
Imagine waking up every day and attempting to combat communication barriers, sensory issues, and more in a society that moves at a different pace from you. Then imagine being bullied on top of it. 63% of individuals on the autism spectrum experience bullying. In a society that prides itself on diversity and inclusion, we need to do better.
I guess Michael had stepped away from me, so you couldn't really tell that we were, together. And Michael was just having a hard time. And the woman behind me, a grown woman, was actually mocking my son and snickering and rolling her eyes and going like this with her head.
I had a lot of people who would pretend to be my friends and then beat me up or bully me. I had teachers who said that I wasn't allowed in their classroom because I couldn't do the same work as other people, or I was a distraction, or that, I didn't fit into certain areas of the classroom.
People with or without disabilities are incredibly diverse, but if we can settle on a common denominator, it may just be the need to feel loved and accepted. With love, acceptance, and belonging so vital to human nature, why is it such a missing piece in the road to autism acceptance? Do we ever stop and think about how this makes people feel?
I want to be like Ellen, because I want to be like I want to give away stuff to people. I like being kind to people, and that's what we need to do today. Is like, go be kind to somebody. Go hold the door. Go buy somebody's drink at Starbucks. I don't even care. Go give away prizes during our show. I don't care. Go make the world a better place. Make people happy.
People don't realize what our kids have to offer, and how unique they are, and just really special kids. They're not judgmental, and they're pure, and they just want to be loved.
We live in a world where the Empire State Building glows blue on World Autism Day, and where multinational companies give to autism charities during Autism Awareness Month. But we also live in a world where Iyad al-Halak was murdered because he was unable to communicate with police forces, and where Ali Hopton was abused in his assisted living facility because of his disability. 2 examples, but unfortunately there are many more. Autism awareness is all around us, but what will it take to truly move the needle?
It's 2020 and people know about autism, but you get the stares, you get the looks, but then there's people in the community now that there wasn't 10 years ago that I find that they know. They know you're waiting in line at ShopRite or Target or whatever store you're in or wherever you are, and they're at the boardwalk or at the beach, and then there's the people that they know, okay? And they're the people that make all the world of the difference for him and for myself.
Well, this is why I have friends, because I want people to understand me better. And if I tell them how I feel, they would understand, It's communication.
Awareness does not yield inclusion. It isn't that easy. In order to achieve inclusion, true acceptance is the answer. We like to think that we are an inclusive and non-judgmental society, but let's hear from those who are affected by autism. Do they feel included?
School in particular, and there's so many schools out there that go like, we're an inclusive school, but they're inclusive to a very small group of people. They're not inclusive to the large group of people who are always left out. So yeah, there's been a lot of times in my life where it's been very obvious that I've been discriminated against or treated differently because of who I am.
But I still enjoy socializing with my friends at my schools because, they treat me like a real human being.
These conversations can be uncomfortable, but it's time to start having them. Together, we can turn this discomfort into a more comfortable place by turning awareness into acceptance and acceptance into action. People with autism deserve a seat at the table, and it's up to you to offer the chair. Don't wait for the person next to you to make the first move.
It's not something you can physically see, just to really learn and really try to do your research, because nobody has all the we can't go based on the same rules and facts that we've had for years. There's always going to be new information and new things to really help us understand this disorder.
I think we should be a team player and just help each other and build a bridge that we can connect to each other.
I want to live in a world where people would be like, hey, we have a lot of good people, and just have a good society where you feel comfortable and be like one person can say, hey, and the other's like, hey, what's up? Just
These stories are real. They occur every year, every month, every week, every day, and every minute. Gandhi's message to be the change you wish to see in the world has never been more relevant. You have the power to begin moving the needle in the direction towards true inclusion, acceptance, and respect. Go to the Morgan Marie Michael Foundation to learn more and become an ambassador of acceptance. Thank you.